Good morning, everybody, and Assalamu alaikum. So the topic for the critical discourse analysis in English education for the discussion today is a lesson plan on using critical pedagogical approach. So the lesson plan that I have proposed for this presentation is actually the topic would be the e-libraries access to knowledge in the digital age. And the topic is designed for the bachelor level student of his first semester who was studying at the University of Swabi, Pakistan, using the curriculum proposed by the University of Swabi in 2021, approved by the Higher Education Commission in Pakistan. The duration for this lesson plan to be applied inside the classroom would be 90 minutes, including each and everything. So the objectives of the lesson are to engage the students in critical discussion on the benefits and challenges of e-library, that they will be aware that what are the benefits and challenges that we as a student, as a learner face will be access to digital knowledge or the knowledge using e-libraries. The second objective of the lesson would be to develop the speaking and discussion skills through group activities, like the students will be arranged in group activities in groups and given sort of activities to discuss and to polish their speaking skills. Third objective is the expression of opinions, having debates and propose solutions related to e-library challenges. And fourth is the discussion of the role of e-libraries in education and their impact on learning accessibility. So the taxonomy used, the Bloom taxonomy, using the four main elements, that is remember, understand, apply, and analyze. In the first stage, students will remember things that they discuss. In the second stage, they will understand, and in the third, they apply those points that they have understood. And the fourth, they will analyze the data or the concepts that they have already understood and applied. Then the language features of the lesson plan would include asking for and giving opinions about certain topics. Second, cause and effect expressions, like what causes what and what are their effects. And third, comparing and contrasting, like students will be able and have to compare and contrast e-libraries with the traditional libraries, the physical libraries. Then the materials that will be needed for this lesson plan include a short video clip in which e-libraries are being introduced. Second, a whiteboard and markers. Third, we also may need the projector or the multimedia screen if available. If not available, then the gadgets, the personal gadgets should be used to send the short video clip to the students or the learners. And fifth, the printed discussion prompts and worksheets that will also be needed. Okay, so lesson will be outlined is first, at the start, the teacher or the instructor will start with the warm-up discussion in the class, then introduction for 10 minutes about the e-libraries, then group discussion, the activity, 10 minutes, and then presentation and debates for 30 minutes. It is the longest phase of the lesson. Then 15 minutes critical reflection, and the last 10 minutes, that will be the conclusion and wrapping up all the discussion about the topic. And then the teacher will also assign some homework assignment or task for the home. In the first 10 minutes, that is the part of the stage of warming of the students with the topic. It includes the activity or the visual prompt. Like, for example, here, a teacher or the instructor will show the visual prompt or video or images about the e-libraries, and the students will come to know about the e-libraries in Pakistan. And if it is designed for another country, then that country students And then also the effect or the introduction of e-libraries outside the country. For example, if it is the Indonesian classroom, so e-libraries in Indonesia and also around the globe. Number second, the teacher would try to ask some basic questions like, what do you know, what do you see on the screen, what have you learned so far, and what is your opinion about this picture or this specific video. So, and how does you relate this video or this phenomena of e-library, e-learning with your own studies when it comes to practical implementations. And then the students will be asked to discuss their thoughts in pairs, like they will be paired and they will discuss with each other and then share with the whole class. In the first stage, the students will be asked to discuss two students or three in the form of the groups, and after that they will share the comments or their discussion points with the whole of the class. So in the second phase, which is the introduction to e-libraries, that is also long for 10 minutes. There is explanation by the instructor. The instructor will introduce the concept of e-libraries and their importance in education. So this is the critical stage where students have to be critical about this thing, and this is using the methodology of the critical pedagogical approach. So they will be introduced to the concept of e-libraries and the importance of e-libraries in education. Number second, they will be briefed about the how e-libraries improve to access to the information and knowledge in this digital world, digital age. Then, to check their critical thinking, and because we have to apply the critical pedagogical approach, the students will be given some simple questions. For example, how do you think e-libraries are different from traditional libraries? In this, they will start thinking about the e-libraries and the traditional libraries, their benefits, etc. Like they may be asked, what benefits can students gain from using e-libraries? This question may be asked from the students. Like, for example, what a specific student can get, what are the benefits for him personally of the e-libraries if he uses e-library rather than traditional libraries. Then the group discussion, this is also a 10 minutes phase, and here the activity will be carried out. The activity may be like a problem posing discussion. A problem will be given to them and they should discuss about that specific problem. For example, the students would be divided into small groups and provide each group with a specific question. The specific question, Mas Arya, kindly remove the remote. It is here. It's under the notes. It's okay. Thank you. It's okay. Yeah. So, the group discussion will be carried out with the students and provide each group a specific question, and each group will discuss their specific question. For example, there are 5 groups in the classroom, so the teacher will ask 5 questions, 1 question from one group, and their specific group will discuss the solution to that problem or the answer to that question. For example, the question example might be, what challenges do students face when accessing e-libraries in their country? How can e-libraries improve the learning experience for university students? And so on. Then, the drawbacks of e-libraries will be discussed, and this phase is actually a task given by phase. Here, discussion using, they will discuss then using guiding prompts on the sheet work. The teacher will give them the sheets, the papers that the teacher had already designed before starting the lecture, and he will hand over that guiding prompts or the sheets or the paper to the students, and they will be asked to write observing those sheets and to discuss the drawbacks of e-libraries, like the benefits of the traditional libraries that we cannot feel when accessing the e-libraries. Then after that, for 15 minutes, there will be a critical stage of the critical reflection, because students here are supposed or expected maybe to reflect what they have learned or discussed so far, and they have listened from the other classmates from other groups. So they will reflect on that. Like for example, they will discuss the broader and worst experiences or applications of the e-libraries, and the questions here the instructor can ask the students maybe, how do e-libraries address issues of knowledge accessibility? And what are the potential drawbacks of relying solely on e-library? For example, if I, as a bachelor student, only rely on the e-library and do not visit a physical library, so what is the drawback or setbacks of this method? And number third, maybe a question like, how can e-libraries shape the future of education in their country? Like, how can they think that e-library can have a great role in shaping the future of education? Then the last stage, that is the conclusion and wrapping up the materials of the discussion of the class for 10 minutes. And for example, like this, summarizing the whole scenario, discussion and the lecture, and that is to just focus on the main points, key points, like for example, the role of e-library, their impact on accessibility, the challenges being faced while accessing the e-libraries, and also to review the vocabulary and the concepts behind that, because we have to focus on the speaking fluency and the discussion skill of the students and the grammatical knowledge. Then they will be given an assignment, for example a home task, to write a short essay about the advantages and disadvantages of e-libraries in their country or generally, and also to propose different methods and techniques to improve e-library access in their country, like how can we improve to access to the e-library. So all the things, the material that we have discussed so far are related to the critical thinking and reflective practices of the students. Then the assessment of the students as they write the essay. So how could they be assessed based on this lesson plan, or for this lesson plan, that how much have they gotten so far from this? That is like on the basis of their participation, that how they participate, speak and discuss and act or react or respond inside the classroom. Number second, how their ideas are clear, and also engagement with the topic, like how much are they engaged with the topic? Are they distracted, interested, or completely attached to the topic or to the discussion? And then for the next lesson, for example, like a follow-up, the teacher or the instructor may review some homework responses and discuss one by one if he finds some time, and also to discuss like how the learners can use e-libraries effectively in their academic journey, and also to give acknowledgement to the one, to the assignments or the homework sheets that are up the mark. And that was all about the lesson plan and critical pedagogical approach. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.